l'amour.
Charité, c'est ton sang. refusé servir bon Dieu, ou yo capable de pratiquer la méchanceté. C'est dans ça la parler, les hommes à venir loup pour l'homme. Yo refusé faire la paix à bon Dieu, ou yo capable de faire méchanceté. À la criée qui va gagner, c'est la tempête, la va sauver. À la relais qui va gagner, c'est la Jésus, va retourner. La vie, c'est l'ombre à tuer de Dieu, mais l'amour va refuser. Ça vous fait si libre à l'écouter, s'ouvrir à retourner. La Bible sinon c'est depuis longtemps, les hommes étaient toujours méchants. Les non songés, même notre noyer, côté les hommes d'à pratiquer méchanceté. Malgré le message, bon Dieu vous y baillou, qui fait la soudure, mais la pluie commence à tomber, malgré l'effort, c'était trop tard. À la criée qui va gagner, c'est la trompette, la va sonner. À la relais qui va gagner, c'est la Jésus, va retourner. La vie, si l'homme va tuer des gens, mais la mort va refuser. Ça vous fait série, va demander, sauver à pas retourner. Les nous garder même dans l'église, nous est pas gain l'amour encore. Fidèle yo pas respecté pasteur, jeune yo même pas respecté ancien. Bagay sa yo si malédiction, pas raison pour n'a pratiqué yo. La Bible dit nous qu'on était ensemble, on salue le monde, par c'est petit bon Dieu. À la criée qui va gagner, c'est le trompette, la façon. À la relais qui va gagner, c'est la Jésus, va retourner. La vie, si l'homme va tuer des gens, et la mort va refuser. Ça vous fait série, va les voter, s'ouvrir à pas la paix avec Jésus-Christ. Songez sans l'idée pour l'époux, tout est capable la fait pécher. Si seuls amis qui battent jamais quitter, par raison pour servir Satan encore. Péché ou mettant pour ramasser, il va blanchir pour la neige. À la criée qui va gagner, c'est le prophète, la face. À la relais qui va gagner, c'est la Jésus, va retourner. La vie, si l'homme va tuer des gens, mais la mort va refuser. Ça vous
fin envahi nous. Mas peuple a crié, coucou presque couvri nous. Méchants yo campé, pas quitter au crasé pays. Faites lever tête nous, mettez-nous sous des pieds nous. Bon assassin, yo a dévoré nous. Yo belle grande journée, yo pas qui guerre sauter. Yo tié voir les nous yo vle.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, niños y niñas, frères axemoyo, good morning to you all here today at PSTARS Radio. The time is now 10:33, and I am happy and glad as usual to be with you here this morning, like always. Now, as per usual, I always like to start off with asking all of you that are watching, that may be watching now, or that might be watching this from my live recordings, how are you doing today, right? How are you doing? How's the family going? How's the life? How's life been doing for you, right? Are you taking care of your physical and your mental health, right? Because I like to start off with this every single time that I come up on here, is I always want to make sure that everybody's doing perfect, everybody's doing okay so far, right? Because we always have to make sure we need to take care of our psyche, right? Our mental health and our physical health as much as possible, right? Because this is all that we have, and we have to look out for these things. We don't want to neglect these things no matter what we're going through, because a lot of our days could be stressful, right? It can be very stressful. It can be very hectic, should I say, right? But again, these are things that we must always look out for. We must always look after our health. And we must always seek ways and find ways to make sure that we are, how can I say this? In layman's terms, just taking care of it as much as possible, right? We want to take care of our physical health by, for some people it could be working out, right? Some people it can be yoga. Some people it can be, putting the right things in our body in terms of food, what we eat, whatever the case may be, right? We want to look after our physical health in that aspect or in other aspects that work for you, right? Whatever aspect that it is and whatever is working for you, go with it. But then as for our mental health, I always want to say this first to, make sure to pray, because, prayer is always, a great medicine for us. We want to pray, right? But in other ways and facets that we can take care of our mental health is we can meditate, right? We can meditate. We can, what else we can do? We can read, maybe. There are so many factors and so many ways that we can go about this. But all in all, what's most important is that we take care of these things. Take care of our mental health, physical health, whatever the case may be. We want to take care of that as much as possible, okay? So, again, I love you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys are doing okay. Okay, and, and also, another thing as well, whatever it is that we are going through, try not to keep it inside as well. See if you can find somebody that you trust. I brought this up last time in our last meetup last Saturday. Try to find somebody that you can meet up with to talk to, right? Because it's always good to find somebody that you trust, somebody that you are comfortable with speaking to about our issues, our challenges, whatever the case may be. Find somebody that you're comfortable with and talk to them about it as much as possible, because you don't want to keep these things bottled up inside. But again, the best thing that you can also do in that situation, like I stated before, is prayer. Prayer is a good medicine. Prayer is the best medicine for everybody, I believe. So always start first in prayer, and then look for that, one person that you are very comfortable with talking to about your situation, talking to about your issues. Find that person and talk to that person, because, talking to people may also help as well, all right? So, now, as I dive in to today's topic, I want to say this. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the NFL Super Bowl, but as of now, we are starting off with the playoffs. Yes, we are starting off with the playoffs, and we are now in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs. Yes, I said it. We are in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoff. And so the remaining teams that are in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs are the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans, the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, Washington Commanders, the LA Rams, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, these are the current teams as of now that are still secured in their playoff spot in the playoff rounds to go up against their respective teams to see who will advance to the NFL Super Bowl. Now, keep in mind that these games are go big or go home games. Yes, I said it. These are one-round elimination matches. It's go big or go home, win or go home, you know what I'm saying? And winner takes it all, right? So, listen, man, to be in this stage at this moment in the NFL, I can definitely tell that this is very nerve-wracking for a lot of these players. But I think a lot of these players here are coming in with a lot of confidence, because every single one of these teams are coming in with one goal in mind. One goal and one goal only, and that goal is to advance all the way to the NFL Super Bowl and to win that Super Bowl title. That's that goal. That is that one simple goal that each of these teams have in mind, right? And none of these teams are coming around on some joking matter or some hee-hee-ha-ha matter. Everybody's coming in with mighty, mighty grit, determination, and just savagery, because each of these teams are looking to win. I mean, I can't think of one of these teams here that are coming in this and not looking to take this all, to win this entire NFL Super Bowl series, right? Because, again, this is a big deal. This is just like the NBA Finals or the FIFA World Cup. It's like any other big event that everybody's trying to strive for or to reach, to win it all, right? And in this case, it's winning the NFL Super Bowl. Now, here are the key players that I want to focus on for each of these teams, right? And maybe I won't be covering each player from each team, but I think I'll be covering certain players that I think may be very important in these teams being where they are right now, and important in the sense of what they could potentially bring, to the NFL Super Bowl or to the respective matches that are coming up as of now, right? And so the first player that I want to bring up is a player from the Washington Commanders. He is a rookie, and his name is Jaden Daniels. Now, man, will I tell you that the Washington Commanders made a very good decision in picking up this player from the draft, Jaden Daniels, because this guy right here, he is performing. And when I say performing, he's performing at a level where he's already almost at I don't want to say at a legend status, but he's performing at a veteran status, if for better words, right? Because his performance out in this field is nothing short of spectacular, right? So I'm going to give you his stats for the regular season as of now. And the stats that we have for Jaden Daniels is 3,568 passing yards, right? He has 25 touchdowns, and he has 9 interceptions. Again, 3,568 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and he has 9 interceptions. Now, with stats like this for a quarterback rookie starting his first year in the NFL, this is very, very, very great. At least in my book, should I say. In my book, this is very great, very solid, and he's helped this team lead a win-loss streak of 15 wins and only 2 losses. Take that. 15 wins and 2 losses. Again, the Washington Commanders struck gold. And when I say gold, they struck gold during this NFL draft because Jaden Daniels is delivering, in my opinion, in every asset or aspect of this game. And then his last game, this is what I really wanted to bring up with Jaden Daniels. His last game, which helped the Washington Commanders continue off to being in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs, was crazy. Okay, so the last game was against the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Washington Commanders went up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last Sunday, right? And this was still in the playoffs, right? And the Washington Commanders eliminated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with certain plays that caught almost everybody's attention during that match. Now, Jaden Daniels, he seriously helped this team advance to the divisional rounds, where they will now be going up against the Detroit Lions. But what happened in that last match, right? It was the score between two teams, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders. It's 20-20. They were down to the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter in that NFL matchup the last Sunday. And what happened was Jaden Daniels drove Washington down the field and converted a key third down play to wind the clocks down a bit. And I think it was 3 seconds left on the clock for the fourth quarter. 3 seconds left, right? And I believe Tampa Bay Buccaneers used all their timeouts, and the Washington Commanders also used up all their timeouts as well. So nobody had any timeouts anymore. It was just down to this last 3 second countdown for the game, where Jaden Daniels gave them a third down to give them a field goal kick. Again, the score was 20 Washington and 20 Tampa Bay, 20-20, and this field goal kick saved these guys a spot in this divisional round. So the field goal kick was made by Zane Gonzalez. With that field goal kick, I just took a few minutes to watch it before the show, and man, was this crazy? Because it's like the field goal kick made a bounce. It literally made a bounce off of the field goal, right? It made a bounce off the metal field goal, and in making it a complete 3-point lead for the Washington Commanders to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which allowed them to advance to the divisional rounds, beating and knocking out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? That field goal kick. Again, for those of you that may not have seen it or may not have watched it, take a second or whatever time you have in your day to go see it for yourself, because it was coming from the play that Jaden Daniels made to allow the field goal kick that Zane Gonzalez had to secure the entire match. Man, was this crazy. It was definitely insane. But again, this couldn't have been done with that play that Jaden Daniels made to give them a third down, which winded the clocks all the way down to, again, I think 3 seconds left. Literally 3 seconds left in the clock. So this game was amazing. This game was very, very, very amazing. And again, it was a very great performance from Jaden Daniels. And so now we will continue to see what the Washington Commanders will do I believe this afternoon. Yes, the Washington Commanders will have a matchup this afternoon with the Detroit Lions at 4:30 to see who will advance again to the who will continue to advance in the playoffs before reaching the Super Bowl. Again, it's a matchup that the Washington Commanders will have with the Detroit Lions this afternoon at 4:30. All right. Again, keep this in mind. This is a win or go home game. Go big or go home. Winner takes all, and losers lose. But that is a matchup that is that should be anticipated by really everybody. I, for one, have to see this matchup because, again, I want to continue to see what Jaden Daniels has in store, and if he will continue to do his part in leading the Washington Commanders deeper into the playoffs and ultimately secure a spot in this year's NFL Super Bowl. So I'm excited to see that. And then moving forward with Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, listen, if this is a three-peat again with the Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, listen, at this point, I don't know what to say with this team because whatever they got going on over there, it's working. It's definitely working. And again, this is only if, and I'm saying this now, this is only if the Kansas City Chiefs makes another three-peat appearance to the NFL Super Bowl, because again, they were just there last year. The Kansas City Chiefs went to the Super Bowl last year and they won, and then the year before that they were in the NFL Super Bowl and they won that one too. Listen, again, if this is a three-peat, this is going to shock, I believe, if not the entire NFL community, the NBA community, the soccer community, any type of sports organization will continue to fall in shock of this, because again, a three-peat is crazy, at least in my book. But Patrick Mahomes, the stats that we have so far for him is 3,928 passing yards. He has 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 67.7 quarterback rating. Again, Patrick Mahomes has 3,928 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 67.7 quarterback rating. Now, with this team, again, the Kansas City Chiefs are doing their thing. It seems like Patrick Mahomes, again, with his talent and his skill, it doesn't seem to be like it's a very big challenge, a challenge for him per se, or for the team in general. Because again, Patrick Mahomes is nothing short of talented. He's doing his thing out there, and in my opinion, he's balling. Right? He's balling. He's putting the team in the right position, in the right spot, so that they also can take themselves to the Super Bowl for this year as well. Again, they've made it last year. They've also made it the year before. And now it seems like they have a chance again to make it this year. So if they make it this year, man, they definitely will be surprising me. That's for sure. But Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles, his stats are 2,903 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 65.5 quarterback rating. Again, his stats are 2,903 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 65.5 quarterback rating. Now, I believe not last year, but I believe it was the year before when the Kansas City Chiefs went up against the Philadelphia Eagles for the Super Bowl. I hope I'm not wrong with that. I believe it was the year before last year that the Kansas City Chiefs went up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And that matchup ended up with the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Eagles, right? And so I don't know if this is something that can be rewritten all over again this year, where we see the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. But if that is the case, then this could be a redemption moment. In my opinion, this could definitely be a redemption moment for the Philadelphia Eagles, after losing their first meetup with the Kansas City Chiefs their last time going up against them in the Super Bowl, right? So, again, if everything falls into place for this team, right, and they just so happen to be going up against the Kansas City Chief, that is a matchup that I definitely will be there to see. I mean, granted, any matchup that happens or to be taking place for the NFL Super Bowl this year, I'm there for it regardless. But this matchup, to see the Philadelphia 76ers Eagles going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, I would like to see a redemption arc. I would like to see Jalen Hurts take this team to the NFL Super Bowl, go up against the team that beat them previously, and have their redemption arc and beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm looking for it. That's me personally. I'm here for it. I don't know how many Kansas City Chiefs fans are out there, but hey, I want to see every team get what they worked hard for. And I think Jalen Hurts definitely worked hard to get to where he's at right now. Granted, this is just the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs, but again, I would like to see the players that work hard get what they've earned throughout the entirety of the regular season, going into the postseason of the NFL, right? So that's what I would be there for. Definitely, Jalen Hurts taking the Philadelphia Eagles all the way to the Super Bowl, meeting up with the team that beat them previously, and then beating them to now call it their redemption arc. I'm there for it. That's what I want to see. But hey, not everything goes the way we want it to. So it is what it is, right? And then we have Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, coming in, leading his team to the divisional rounds of the Super Bowl as well. And I'm going to give you stats for, the regular season. So Jalen Hurts' stats are 4,172 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Again, the stats for Lamar Jackson are 4,172 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Now, this the win-loss ratio for this team is 12-5. So you can see that this individual player, along with this team, has been putting in work, should I say, right? For better terms, this guy with this team has been putting in that work, and now they've reached to a point where they have now secured their spot in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs as well. And they will be going up against, if I'm not mistaken, the Buffalo Bills. So, granted, I'm curious to see what this team does during their matchup, right? Going up against the Buffalo Bills, because as everybody may already know, Lamar Jackson is a very talented player as well. Granted, 41 touchdowns is crazy. And that's a lot of touchdowns, and I believe for just a single season alone, right? 41 touchdowns. Nasty work. But this is how far he's taken the Baltimore Ravens. And now we're here to see if the effort that he has put in will continue to pay off come their matchup Sunday going up against the Buffalo Bills, right? We're there to see if all that hard work, the talent, and the practice that you have put in throughout the season is going to take you farther past the divisional rounds to help him and this team continue to advance into the playoffs, where they can ultimately get their spot in the NFL Super Bowl. And granted, again, we're getting closer and closer to the NFL Super Bowl. I believe the Super Bowl will be taking place February 9th. The 9th of February. I believe that's when the Super Bowl will be taking place. And so there's plenty amount of time to see what this individual player in Lamar Jackson will continue to do, not just for himself, but also for his team, and potentially leading them all the way to the NFL Super Bowl and ultimately winning the championship for the NFL Super Bowl if they make it. All right, so that's if they make it. So I, for one, am here for it. I, for one, cannot wait to see it. But that's what it's looking like so far for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, all right? So I'll give you the schedule that we have today for both the NBA and the NFL. And today's matchups will be, and this is for the NBA. Today's matchups will be the Suns going up against the Pistons, the 76ers going up against the Pacers, the Hawks who will be going up against the Celtics, the Warriors who will be taking on the Wizards, the Cavaliers who will be going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and finally the Houston Rockets who will be going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Those are your matchups for the NBA. And then for the NFL, again, we are still in the playoff series of the NFL, the divisional rounds. And again, keep in mind, this is a win or go home game. This is a one-round elimination. Go big or go home. No pressure, all right? No pressure. But today's matchups, there's two matchups for today's NFL playoff games, and it will be between the Houston Texans, who will be going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, today's matchups will be the Houston Texans, who will be going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then we have the Washington Commanders, who will be going up against the Detroit Lions. These are your two playoff matchups for the NFL today. That will be taking place, I believe, this afternoon. I believe the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions will be at 4 o'clock, 4:30 this afternoon. And I'm not exactly sure when the Texans and the Chiefs game will be taking place at what time exactly. But these are the two games that we will be taking place this afternoon between these four NFL teams. And now, again, fasten your seatbelts, secure your seats, and open your eyes to witness which teams will be advancing into the NFL playoffs. And then tomorrow's matchup for the NFL playoffs will be between the Los Angeles Rams going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then after that will be the Baltimore Ravens, who will be going up against the Buffalo Bills. These will be tomorrow's matchup, all right? So stay tuned for these matchups. Stay tuned for these games. I, for one, will, for sure. Or at least, if not, if I can't see the entirety of the games, I more so will be taking a chance and watching the highlights on YouTube. But that's what I'm always usually doing, is watching the games mostly from highlights. But yeah, stay tuned for those games, all right? Now, I will leave off with a verse of the day as usual. I will leave off with a verse of the day, and today's verse will be coming from Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 4. Again, today's Bible verse will be coming from Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 4. And it reads, "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope." Please allow me to read that for you one more time. The verse reads, "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope." Now, let's make this clear, guys. Let's make this clear for all of you that are watching. And I'm thankful because I see a lot of people tuning in. I'm thankful and I'm grateful to have all of you watching. But let's make this clear, guys. There's no growth. There's no growth without failure, right? There's no growth without, challenge. And there's no growth without, again, suffering. You will not have any kind of growth if you're not actually going through the motions, should I say, right? You have to know what it is to fail. You have to know what it is to go through challenges. You have to know what it is to go through setbacks, right? Because again, we learn through these kind of situations, right? if you're going through life without experiencing any kind of challenges, right? Any kind of failures in life, you will never truly learn, right? You will never truly learn to know what it is to get to the position that you're at right now, right? Because a lot of you have come so far, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to do in life, whatever goals you have set for yourself, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you have come so far, right? And you have been through so much that you couldn't tell me that you didn't learn through what it was that you went through. Everybody has gone through something in life, right? And everybody's pushing towards something. They're trying to, make it to a certain destination. And to make it to that destination, they had to go through a lot. They had to go through so much. And I always try to reiterate this as much as possible and bring it up to the attention of everybody that's watching, is that whatever it is that you're trying to go through, whatever it is that you seek to accomplish, you always make sure that you include God in it. You always make sure that you put him first, because again, you don't want to try to avoid the challenge. You don't want to avoid the obstacles. You want to go through it. You want to push right through it, because again, it's a learning process. It's something that you're learning about yourself. You're learning about your journey, because everything is in the journey. Everything is in, the journey that you're trying to take to get to the destination. But you always want to make sure that you always include God, and always remember that there is no learning without failure. There's no learning without challenges, right? Pressure makes diamonds. Remember that. Pressure makes diamonds, right? You have to go through the mean pressure. You have to go through the grit. Listen, man. To get through school, because I'm trying to get through school right now, right? I'm trying to get through school with all these midterms and all these tests and all these assignments and, all these essays that you got to write and stuff like that. And it's like, man, bro, like, I'm really not trying to do all that. But I got to push through it anyways. I got to push through it. I got to grind through it. And I got to apply that pressure in every single thing that I do. Working out, building a business, going to work, going to school, trying to graduate, whatever it is. I'm trying to, rush through it, right? Grind through it, no matter what it is. But I always make sure that whatever it is that I'm trying to do, that I ask God to be first and last, because I know that I will be going through a learning process in my life no matter what it is I'm doing. And I also implore that each and every single one of you that are watching right now do the same for yourself and not run away from your challenges. Don't try to cower or run away or hide from your challenges. Face them head on. Look your challenges and look your roadblocks dead in the face and push through it, work through it, and grind through it, no matter what, by any means possible, all right? So that's the verse again for you today. Please look through it whenever you have the chance, or if you want to continue to look through it. It is Romans chapter 5, verses 3 to 4, all right? Romans chapter 5, verses 3 through 4. Again, continue to push past your limits, grind, work hard, and learn through your failures, learn through your obstacles, learn through your challenges, because again, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Life is a marathon, not a sprint, all right? I love you all again, and I'll meet you here at the same time next Saturday around the same time as usual, 10:30. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys then, all right? Bye.
Force fait noyau, vle enterrer pays. Mas peuple a souffri, et a vivre sans espoir. passé, misère a multiplié, pays a péri, et des jeunes sauvés pour lui, bon assassin a dévoré nous, yo fait nous ça. Nous pas même qu'à parler. Toute nos nuits diable intimidé nous. Aidez, s'il vous plaît. Aidez-nous comme peuple pour nous prendre destin dans nous. Pour c'est pas méchant qu'à planifier l'avenir nous pour nous. C'est toujours avec malheur. Yo même yo fait bonheur. Mais pour cette bête yo. Malgré autant d'embargo, bon assassin, on veut écraser nous, montrer route pour nous passer, pour nous suspendre, crier, nous qui détendons, y a fait souffrir. C'est misère, yo même à vivre à l'excès, richesse pays après pourrir encore, dans toute situation, c'est yo toujours profiter, nous ne pas qu'à manger. Yo même c'est l'argent yo qui bloqué, intérêt à monter. Plus yo fait l'argent dans gaz là. Nous c'est wash cap free. Yo même yo c'est wash dans l'eau. Et même maîtresse yo fin tourner dans flot. Les pays a souffri, c'est là y a réjoui. Bon assassin, on voulait dévorer nous, montrer route pour nous passer, pour nous suspendre, crier, nous qui détendons.
Plein, on va un cadeau. Moi songe l'aime te rencontrer, moi t'as payé dans la boue. Jésus te prend moi ou lave moi. Si je dis à qu'est moins content, c'est grâce à son qui t'est coulé. C'est peut-être ça moi voulais dire ou merci. Ça c'est l'amour qui t'a dans le cœur pour moi. Ou tellement aimé moi ou te baille vie ou pour moi. Son seul bagage m'a demandé. Jésus vit qu'un bébé moins pour pas tomber et de me chanter. Jésus moi t'as payé dans la boue. Jésus te prend moi ou lave moi. Si je dis à qu'est moins content, c'est grâce à son qui t'est coulé. C'est peut-être ça moi voulais dire ou merci. Ça c'est l'amour qui t'a dans le cœur pour moi. Ou tellement aimé moi ou te baille vie pour moi. Son seul bagage m'a demandé. Jésus vit qu'un bébé moins pour pas tomber et de me chanter. Jésus pour pas tomber, mais de pas sous la faiblesse moi, pas quitter qu'un moins doublé. Jésus, Jésus pour pas tomber, mais de pas sous la faiblesse moi. Pas quitter qu'un moins doublé. Jésus c'est où moi aimé, c'est où seul qui sauve moi. Pour tout le monde, moi pas s'oublier. Jésus c'est où moi aimé, c'est où seul qui sauve moi. Jésus, Jésus. Jésus, Jésus, combien de monde qui veut marcher à Jésus? Si vous voulez marcher à Jésus, fais-la encore. ensemble, come on. Jésus. Avant même de marcher, n'a bien même de rester. Avant même de marcher, n'a bien même de rester. Avant même de marcher, n'a bien même de rester. Pour mise au passé pour moi, sous bois calvaire, Jésus avant me marcher, c'est n'a bien même de rester. Pour mise au passé pour moi, nous bois calvaire, Jésus avant me marcher, c'est n'a bien même de rester. Tout le monde ensemble chanter.
L'eau m'a coulé, pas qu'un personne pour consoler moi. Gachon m'a abandonné, pas qu'un
Bon Dieu fidèle, bon Dieu fidèle.